What did you see as you processed that play? Because it looked like you were going, like you had a pretty good idea that might be available, the steal.
Yeah, I mean, he was on his left side. His shoulders were facing that direction, and if he cut to his left, I could easily poke check it, or if he's going to pass, I can get in his way. So I knew I was going to try to strip it from him, and it was the end of the shift, so just trying to make the two guys are changing, try to make something out of it. So I just put my stick out, take a couple strides, and went off my shin pad luckily. And as I went in the goalie, I kind of knew what I was going to do. The ice is kind of choppy, so I have to be careful how I execute it, but luckily I did.
So you knew what you wanted to do. Why did you want to go with that move?
It's just if I shot it, there's been a defenseman behind me and I couldn't get something. But at least if I deked, if I was on the side of the net, I could grab it and retrieve it. But I know that move pretty well, and I've done it a while, so luckily it went in.
How long have you done that move? What was the genesis of it? Because it's nice, and you executed it well.
I've been doing that since like Russian coaches in California, like that specific move, forehand to backhand. Actually, Turcotte's uncle coached me, and I did a lot of like Turcotte's stick handling camps, and he did that move. So I guess credit to him a little bit, because I would do all his camps, and they would do that move, so I just do it all the time.
The fall down, that's part of it?
Yeah,
finish?
The fall down made it pretty cool. I mean, you get back up, you see guys coming over to you, and it's just fun. Like, you're not really knowing these guys that well and getting to know them. And, I went to the bench, and Jones on our team, I was telling Jonesy that I need to get one. Like, where's my pass-off pad shots? And I just screamed at Jonesy across the bench, so it was funny. And, yeah, it's good that we got the win here. It was a good group effort. So.
On our broadcast, Craig Button was saying that you kind of remind him of Jake Gensel. Yeah. Have you heard that comparison a lot, or what do you think of that?
I mean, Jake Gensel's a skilled guy, obviously not the biggest guy, and definitely shifty, and it's not surprising I get that guy, but it's up in the air from other guys. Whether it's more on the Leafs or a little bit of Marner. I'm not saying Marner, but like just the style there, and it's definitely high praise to be like Jake Gensel. Obviously, he's dominating the NHL right now, and just to be compared to him is pretty nice.
Now, when you were in Toronto and you were around Tavares, just what stood out to you? Because people rave about his work ethic and kind of how he handles himself off the ice.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like Tavares, Spezza, like you just hear it as a kid, what they do. And when I actually got there and I saw Tavares there, he's big, like massive in strength, and his glutes, everything is massive, and he's a very nice guy. And Spezza, I remember the first day I walk in, he's already there, and he has a heart rate monitor, bagging himself on the ice, and I'll try to try to do that when I get back there. And but yeah, they just separate themselves from the pack. You could just see how they handle themselves, and I try to carry that from them. And just whether it's Spezza, Tavares, Freddie Anderson, anybody there, I mean, just the way they carry themselves, and they do extra than other guys, and I'm definitely trying to carry that and bring it into my everyday life to trying to play in the Leafs one day.
You're in the lineup on Saturday against Canada, and Hunter Jones is in net. Bragging rights on the line after he held you off the score sheet yesterday?
100%.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He says he could tell that you weren't making eye contact with him during the warm-ups there.
It's a business.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anything extra on the line? Dinner or something?
Just bragging rights. I know, this is a summer showcase, but if I make the team and he makes the team, I think it really counts in December. If we score an overtime goal on him, that'll be more bragging rights. So, I keep that in mind. Hopefully trying to make the team. That definitely gives me a little more motivation to play him. So.